Hey guys, and welcome back to the Mr. Brig Plays YouTube channel. We're back again in the Arcology map, tackling our starting area. We need to expand this a little bit more, get it nice and filled in so that it looks busy. We're also going to unlock a second area today and start with some industry. It's another great way of making some money, is to get your zoned industry. So I'm actually going to unlock this one down here. In fact, I'll just unlock that now so we've got it. That way we can see what we're doing. So yeah, this one here is going to be my industry island. I'm going to have all of the industries on here if I can. I'm pretty sure each of these islands actually has every single industry on it. We look at our ground markers, should be able to see. So ore is available everywhere. Can't see the oil, but it says I've got a ton of it available, so it must be there. It's probably just because that everything's overlaying. I'm guessing that just doesn't show properly. Okay, so let's have a look. Let's unpause the simulation anyway and continue to let our little starting area grow. So let's have a look at this this garden here. We've got all of the visitors we need, but it needs a little bit more beauty to move it up to the next level. Let's see what I'm going to do. I'm just going to use the move it mod. Grab that, move it back a little bit. That looks a little bit more symmetrical now. That one was just a little bit too far forward. So yeah, let's have a look at what we can add to our park here. So if we open up the city park area, we unlocked anything new? Some piers and things. Okay, I suppose a restroom. Yeah, we'll do that. Restrooms and cafes. That takes us up to 4 stars. But we've actually got enough to get to 5 stars in terms of the... Yeah, okay, let's place a little bit more decoration around. Got some lovely climbing frames. There we go, that's enough to get it to 5 star. So if we take a look now, as I say, 40, that's going to be churning in an absolute ton of money. Have we got some other areas available? Do. Okay. So we've got this one, of course, is going to be our central island. I don't want to unlock that yet because we've not really got the things we require to do, to do a really high-end touristy area in the centre there. I think I might actually unlock this one as well. And then I'll unlock this one down here, I think, next. So then we've got a second island we can start adding our citizens onto. So let's take a look then. Time to add an industry area. So let's have a look. Maybe do it like this. There are 4 industries. of them each. Quarter. Which honestly is more than enough. There we go. Okay, so we've got our 4 little districts. They've each got their own dedicated entrance. And then there's a couple of shared ones down the top and bottom. I think what we need to do... Oh, silly me. Okay, so we've painted... we've painted generic areas, not industry areas. Get rid of those. That's how you know this is all live recorded, guys. Not going to edit that out. Right. So let's go. We've got our first industry area. Second industry area. Oh, I think I missed a bit when I was getting rid of that area. Okay, now let's get rid of the last bit of Poplar Hills. Okay, so now we've got our areas. Let's start by having a look at which industry we want. So what we haven't unlocked oil yet, that's fine. So we've unlocked, got forestry, got farming, and we've got ore. Let's start from the left onwards. So let's have a think. I think what we'll maybe do is do the less polluting ones at the top here. That will be farming and forestry. And then we'll have the more polluting ones down the bottom here. That way all of the pollution is further away from our citizens. So we'll claim this area here as being our forestry area. I think this one is going to be the one that's fertile. Okay. So what we'll also probably have to do, because forestry is rather dependent on trees, let's put a nice tree brush here. We'll just add some treeage in there. That'll of course get deleted by our roads and we put our forestry areas down, so it's not really an issue, it just needs to be there so it has the raw product to begin with. Let's have a look, what roads are we going to use? I think we might be served by using some one-way systems here. Two-way industry road. I think I'm just going to use the 3-lane one-way. So we can come out. A little something like that. So that gives us a nice outer road on which we can start building our things. So if we go back to our industry area then, so we'll grab a couple of the small tree locations. We won't place them too close together. We'll give them plenty of space so that there's not too much jumping around of traffic. So there we go. We'll get loads of those because they're going to be really useful. And then we'll also grab a sawmill. Place that right there in the corner. We'll maybe make a second one up here. What we'll also grab is a log yard. We'll just put that down here. Because what we need with any of these industries is you need storage for all of your different types of things. So this one is going to be the storage for the raw logs. Then that can be sent over to our factories here that are going to create the plain timber. And then what we'll also need is a storage location. So if we go into our warehouses here, I'm not going to choose the littlest one. I'll choose the next available, and we'll pop that up the top. And then what we'll say is we'll say this one, we'll pop it on empty so that we start exporting it. And then we'll say that is for planed timber. That way we've got somewhere, once these have produced the plain timber, they can put it in here. And then trucks from outside of the city can come and collect it from here and export it. Now eventually this area will have some like rail connections, and I'll do something along the outside in terms of having ships so that we can export that way as well. That's interesting. A little dead-end piece of rail there. Guessing that's not needed, but we do have our rail connection coming in here, so we'll be able to peel this off and have a nice railway down here, and a dock too. We can even have multiples of those if we find that the traffic is, going to be a little bit bad in this area. So here we have our forestry area. So let's have a look. We have a look at the overview. We've made it to our first level. Where's our... Oh yeah, okay, so it says here. So we need a lot more production, and we do actually need some more workers as well to level it up again. By the look of it though, a lot of our buildings don't have anywhere near their capacity of workers, so this isn't going to be an issue. That's going to be something that will sort of automatically level up as we're building the other areas of our city. So let's take a look then. It's we'll do a second area, and then we'll do this one for our farming. So we'll do that. Got our farming area now, and we'll do the same thing in terms of the roads. Now I did that turning left. Don't know if that matters, but I'll do the same over here. Now let's try and make this somewhat symmetrical. So I'm actually just going to actually click that, it would help. So we'll give it a little bit of that. We'll do a little bit of that. It's not perfect, but we're not going to be spending an awful lot of time in this particular area, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. And we'll definitely come back and fiddle with it at certain points as well. Okay, fantastic. So this area is actually one of the areas where I can actually put farms down. So again, I'm just going to slap a load of these down. Like, honestly, more than we need. Like, a lot more than we need. So that gives us our crops, which are needed to feed the animals. So if we get a few of the animal ones as well. And they're also needed for the production of flour, which will unlock later on. I think this one's the flour mill. So we'll pop down all of those areas there. Now, we're going to want some silos as well. So let's put that over here. So this silo stores grain, stores the crops, and then we'll also need some. So we'll need one of these for animal products, which is what the farms produce. And then once we get flour, we'll also have one of these for flour. So we'll set that to empty for the moment. We should start seeing people will start coming into this area and getting jobs. So we'll leave our little bits of generic industry that we've got up the top here, because it's a really small amount. You know, it's not going to be polluting a whole lot. What it will do, though, is it will make sure that our commercial areas actually have the required goods that they need. Because when you're doing these specialised industries like this, they don't actually produce the raw material, so the products that I think they call it goods in this game. So they don't produce the goods that the commercial areas actually need. They produce things that the factories need and that industry might need in terms of creating the goods that they then export to the commercial areas. So it's always good to have a little bit of sort of just generic industry. So we've got our first two areas there. Now, I don't think it's necessarily going to be worth doing the ore industry just yet, just because we've got no demand for industry at the moment. So I think what I'll do is I'll come over to this second area here, and we'll start actually getting a little bit more residential areas. Now let's have a think. What roads are we going to use here? See, we still haven't unlocked some of the nicer roads. But we don't want median. Let's get this. I think I'll just do. We will do something a little bit different with this one. We'll do those three. Those three for now. Because although we went we didn't go quite into the middle with these ones. I think what I'm going to do is actually place a little bit of a roundabout in here once I've unlocked the other half of it. You can't really do it until we have, because what that will allow is allow us to have a lot more throughput of traffic in this area. Now it is on the outer ring, so it is going to be our outer ring. So it is going to be part of our lower density areas. This one I will eventually upgrade into a higher density one because it's part of this inner ring. So I'm going to have it nice and low density on the outside. They're like more like the suburbs, so I'll probably still try and make sure that the land value is really high, so it is a desirable area to live. And then the inner ring is going to be more like your city centre, high rises. That, you know, again, I am still going to make it desirable to live in, but that, you know, that'll be sort of, yeah, that'll be your high rises, so it'll be really dense population, and then our centre is sort of going to be our touristy area. So with this one, medium roads here is going to be fine. And then, so I did do one way with the other ones, and I think I might do the same here, but I think I'm going to do it slightly differently, because I'm not... do I want to put another park down? I feel like I'm definitely not going to need a park on every single island. If we do parks on our middle ones, that's definitely going to be enough money for everything. So let's do something a little bit different with this one then. If we take that like that, bring it out as far as the... So we'll end up with a sort of a hexagonal shape there. And then we can do the same thing a little bit further on. Yep, just need to make sure we're... did I get that first one wrong? Let's try that again. I think I did. With these ones it really is going to matter. We want it to be... so we'll get our 90 degrees in each time. We'll get it up to the next road. There we go, that looks a little bit better. Yeah, that should be fine. Okay, so then with this one, again... Ooh. 89.9 is essentially... It's suddenly not snapping to 90, but there we go. Just have a couple of these sort of ring roads. So if we go into that, let's zoom in so we can see what we're doing. Should be about right. They're not perfect, but they look okay for now, I think. So then what we can do, grab our industry, our residential, sorry, and then just for the sake of making it easy, I'm just going to do that. But then we'll go back over to these areas where we don't actually want it. outside of here, for example. And outside of here. And here. Sorry, chaps. You're in the wrong bit. There we go. So that should give us a fair amount more population. Once they start moving in. Oh yeah, look at that. Our weekly income's really good still because of the this park that we've got in the middle of this area. Now there's still a fair bit of space here. I am wondering what we want to do with that space. Do we want to fill it with trees to make it look very pretty? Do we want to try and get a little bit more housing in there? I'm not sure. Oh dear, look at that. We've got a bit of a fire going on over here. Where are the fellas? Oh, they're there. They're doing their bit. Not sure they're going to be able to do much with the forest, though. I think you need the helicopter guys to be able to put out forest fires. That's something we don't have currently. At least I don't think. No, we don't have access to it. By a helicopter depot. No, it's not far away, but we don't currently have access to it. So actually, let's have a look. Where is our next milestone? 3,200. Oh, we should be able to hit that. That should be fine. We'll hit that milestone, and then I think we'll call it a day. Oh, okay. Just realised we've also got half of this area here, which is good. So we might need that. Because I don't think we unlock our next. Yeah, our next one's up. Oh, 4,800. That's maybe not too bad. We might actually need to use this one. You don't unlock high density. Oh, high density is at 4.8. Okay. I don't know why I was thinking it was 7.5, but I think that might be offices. Oh no, that's off. Okay. I don't know if I've got a mod that changes that or something. I could have sworn it was 7.5. Unless one of the DLCs changed it. Okay, this is looking good. We've got 2-star on our forestry area. Again, let's have a look at what's our workers situation. Yeah, we're about half capacity on workers. I think I will still need to pop down a couple more buildings to get that to level 3. Probably the same thing over here. I think we're going to even need a couple more buildings to get that one down to get that even to go to level 2, honestly. Because I always seem to find you don't often get all the way up to full capacity on these areas. It does seem to struggle. You do need to sort of over-provide the jobs. Okay, so we've got our animal products that should be being exported. Let's actually take a look at our imports and exports. That's here somewhere. Escape routes. You're all screaming at your screens, saying, it's there, why aren't you doing it? What are these things? Show under here. There it is. So we are importing. Oh good, we're exporting more than we're importing, which is good. That's fine. That means our industry is probably reasonably balanced, and by the time we've actually got all the different areas we need, I it should be quite good. Now, I am actually just looking at this and thinking it looks a little bit... Ooh. Yeah, let's not do that. Let's grab all of this stuff. Just move it a little bit. We can grab all of this stuff. That a little bit. Still ever so slightly out of kilter. So if we grab all of this, it's off center, but okay. Let's do the same thing here. This stuff seems take that one. Okay, that looks a little bit better. A little bit of that. It's a little bit better. By the time the whole thing's completely done, I think we might be okay. It won't look too silly. Because of course we are going to end up having some internal roads in here. We're gonna need the space. Oh, there we go. Got our next milestone. Got some city planning policies. We can start doing leisure and tourism, and we get oil as well. Okay, so we've got all 4 industries. That's fine. So in the next episode we'll get the other 2 popped down, while still just trying to expand our population. Just going to finagle some of these because they've not moved with the roads very nicely. Oh, for this one, let's back a little bit. Oh, this one doesn't think it's connected to a road at all. Good, so you definitely are connected to a road. Stop giving me that. These ones, none of these ones are complaining. It's just, again though, give them a little move, so they're not overlapping that road. Okay, that looks quite nice. Our little area over here is getting plenty more population. There's some people whinging about water. Let's have a look. What's our water availability situation? We're on it. Okay. I was looking for the icon, and I'm on the sodden thing. Okay, let's have a look. Water. It's the sewage that we're struggling with. Okay. So if we just do another one of these up here, there you are. We'll do it like that instead, because I don't want to be pumping it into the side of the dam. Do a little bit of pipe off it. Because of our no pipes mod, that's all it needs to start working. That'll give us a little bit more sewage availability. Electricity is going to be fine. I won't ever need to. I won't ever need to do that. Oh, we're actually suddenly a little bit short on water. Let's have a look. Where was I putting my water towers? don't suppose it matters. I'll pop a couple down just over here. Pipe those up. That building turned off. Must have been the one. I knew there was something turned off somewhere because I had a little warning down here. Unless it automatically turns off when it's warm enough. I don't know. I don't really usually play on maps where you need to worry about the heating pipes, if I'm honest. Okay, that's coming along nicely. Let's have a look what we unlocked in terms of the city planning, wasn't it? Okay. Oh, good idea. Absolutely encourage biking. By encouraging biking, less of the citizens will take car journeys. Unless they need to, of course. What that will mean is more people will use our parks. Because obviously they can't drive through the park, but they certainly can ride their bikes through them. Other than that, there's nothing else on here that I think is necessarily worth it. No. No, we can do that one because we're not making any of our money from tax, and if that's going to make people a little bit happier at the expense of a little bit of tax dollars, I'm not going to worry about it because we're making all of our money from our industry and our parks. Okay, I think we shall probably call it there, guys. We've been a little bit longer today than we normally were. I don't know what my schedule is going to be for these going forward. Obviously last week you got 2 in 1 week, and today I'll probably get the option. Yeah, I think I'm going to record another one now actually. So I don't know when that second one will release. I'll release this one obviously on the Sunday night, which is probably when it is now when you're listening to it, if you unless you're listening from the future, of course. Hello. But yeah, I think maybe if I do Sundays and Wednesdays, that's reasonably spread out, isn't it? Do 2 a week. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. Alright, thanks for joining again, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, all that jazz. Thanks very much. Bye-bye.